So I filmed this video a couple times now just because I can't seem to get all my words together. But I think I have them together now. The demonization mechanism means to me, it's the reinterpretation of polytheistic deities, monotheistic and henotheistic. This term refers to any characterization of individuals, groups, or political bodies of evil. And when I hear this term, I do think of the government. I think that the government, people that make the laws, people that vote these people to be our politicians, people that are heavily influenced in the government and who have a say, the judges, just pretty much everybody in the government is this in group, as you would say, that you were talking about. They are this in group that people are constantly, I feel like, in competition with. And it might not even be that they're in competition with the government, but they are, all of society is in competition with each other. And this is what I don't have my picture as a physical copy, but I do have it in Microsoft Word. But what my picture is trying to is explaining is society is, we're both just coming ahead to each other because we are in competition with each other. People are constantly trying to one up another, and when we don't one up somebody, or if somebody embarrasses us, or if somebody tells us that we're wrong, God forbid, we fight it with violence. And I do very much think that this is better. The government is trying to separate us because when we do fight or when we do not get along, we do not know how to communicate and we just fight it with violence. And this is better for the government in many ways. One way being that um, we go to jail and that makes a lot of money for them. And just the simple fact that the government doesn't want us to be peaceful. They don't want us to live in a world where it is peace. I strongly feel that way. Um, and just times have just reading or reflecting back on the Hamlet passage, times have changed because evil is, I do feel like evil is way more evil than it was back then. Just the simple fact of, I remember a sentence where it said, laughing was a form of, happiness, but now it can be seen as a form of evil, and that is so relevant because everything everybody does is just evil, 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 evil. And I don't feel like it has to be that way. I feel like we take it way farther than what we need to take it. But also just reflecting back to my picture, it just talks about how if we truly come together as community, things would get way better. And I feel like more people need to take a class like this, take a genes, race, and society class like this, so they can learn things like demonization mechanisms, things of things like that, because I feel like it's just a very important definition in today's world. I think more people need to do their research and really, really think about what is going on and how we're constantly being controlled, how we're not thinking for ourselves. And that's just how I feel about the word and what it means to me. And my picture is, basically saying how we can work together and how um, if we're gonna fight violence with violence, it's gonna result in more violence, and it's just gonna end in huge war. Whether it's a race war, whether it's a war that's against somebody else, I think that the end result is not going to be pretty, whatever it is. And I just feel like society is just so consumed with all the wrong things, and they're not paying attention to what the government is doing. The government is doing so much behind our backs, and we don't even, I don't know if we know and we don't really care until something really bad is gonna happen, but they're slowly transforming us into hating each other. and it's not a good thing to me. And demonization, when I think of demonization, that is what it means to me. It means like controlling somebody, making somebody think just one way. And I think that that's one of the things that it means to me. I think that demonization mechanism can have plenty of meanings. Um, but that's what it means to me. I really, really hope this explains um, in good detail. I will post a picture um, below, and thank you for your time.